Hello everyone. This time we are departing from Shanghai to Bangkok, Thailand to explore this top Southeast Asia travel destination favorited by Chinese tourists. Hello guys, today is 15th of June 2024. Now I'm in Pudong Airport. We are now going to Bangkok. We're gonna stay there for 9 days and we are going to check out Bangkok and Pad Thai. So let's go. We choose to fly with Shanghai Airlines to Bangkok. As you all know, I usually fly with Scandinavia Airlines when traveling between Northern Europe and China. However, this time I decided to experience domestic Chinese airline services. The main reason is that for short-haul flights, the prices are quite reasonable and much more affordable than European airlines.
女士们、女士们，我们已经抵达曼谷苏瓦纳布国。
Bangkok Airport is very modern and it's packed with tourists, which is in stark contrast to Shanghai Airport, which has relatively fewer passengers at the moment. We are now arriving in Bangkok Airport and it took us like 4 hours to get here, approximately. So just to have a glance of it, it's quite humid actually. 好来到曼谷机场啊！
在等行李。
Bangkok Airport.
苏万纳巴米
Airport. After getting out of the airport, we use the taxi service outside. Remember to take a ticket first before you wave the car. For our group, it is the best option to commute. From the airport to our hotel, it's approximately like 25 kilometers. It will cost us like 700 bahts, which is approximately like 120 RMB, which is a pretty okay price. The taxi drove on the highway, and it was my first time experiencing the streets of Bangkok. My first impression of Bangkok was that it somewhat resembled the street views of Australia, but with much more traffic. I felt like the population density in Bangkok is very high, with cars constantly flowing. Since we left Shanghai early in the morning, the 4 of us rested for a bit in the hotel for the afternoon, then gathered to search for our first dinner in Thailand.
国内还是先去吃饭呢，还是先乘车子到大人家去，再去啥地方吃饭啊？
现在地方先吃饭吧，走运动嘞。
我要走过去大概500米吧，就我寻的这地方呀。好了。
The hotel we stayed at is a 4-star hotel with a nightly price of around 800 RMB, which isn't exactly cheap. Strolling through the streets of Bangkok, I actually didn't feel too out of place, even though I'm a middle-aged person born in Shanghai, a megacity. The busy traffic, the noise, and the hustle of a big city, and the restaurants and the convenience stores everywhere, it all felt familiar. Compared to the peaceful small town in Sweden where I live, Asia countries seem to be more suited for young people. When we were younger, we were full of curiosity about the world and enjoyed the crowded, lively places. But as I get older, I found myself preferring the tranquility of European small towns, of course. As a travel destination, Bangkok is definitely much more exciting.
No, Kaka. No.
How many people?
4 people. Yeah.
But we don't have reservations, so it's okay. How many people?
4.
Yeah, but
for you only you can sit until 7:50.
So we have to wait.
No, you can sit now until before 8. We have reservation 8 o'clock, but you can sit
Oh, what time is it right now?
at 6 p.m.
Okay, I think it's fine. 2 hours. That's very. Yeah, thank you. Okay, thank you. This restaurant in Bangkok has great reviews online, and the food is beautifully presented, but it wasn't exceptional for Thai cuisine. The prices are also not too cheap, to be honest. After dinner, we decided to experience Bangkok's subway system. Actually, the public transportation in Bangkok isn't much different from China's. And the subway system is also very crowded. At 8 p.m., the subway was still unusually packed. This is something you no longer see in Shanghai, where even off-peak hours aren't as crowded anymore. Of course, in Thailand, you still buy subway tickets with cash, which might be more convenient for travelers like us, although you can also use the electronic payment. We are now crossing the dark alleys in Bangkok. This is Chinatown in Bangkok, and it's already quite late, so the shops have mostly closed. Honestly, this street reminds me a lot of the seafood markets in many places in China. Walking here feels like a time travel experience because you can no longer find such lively local markets in Shanghai. I remember when I was a child, and the alleys in Shanghai were filled with scenes like this. Now, seeing it in Bangkok's Chinatown brings back memories of my childhood, and it's actually a bit nostalgic and bittersweet. Walking through this dimly-lit, somewhat pungent seafood street marks the true beginning of Bangkok's nightlife. Just look at the almost chaotic street scene. There are so many people that walking becomes quite difficult. It's packed with crowds, and the air is filled with a mix of food aromas and the smell of sweat from the people, combined with a high humidity. The feeling is truly unique, though it can also be quite exhausting. It's quite noticeable that there are just as many Western tourists as Asia tourists here in Bangkok, in Thailand. You no longer see this many Western tourists in China nowadays, which is kind of sad.
几公里？
这个是多少年？几公里？
是700块。你们按照这比例。
我知道。Hi, hello. Can we sit 4 people here?
Yeah, yes.
4 people.
1, 2, 3, 4. No
Okay.
problem.
So we are going to this place, Amara Hotel.
Amara. Amara saya. Betul. Oh, Amara. Okay, I know. Sampai.
How much is it? 300.
Yeah.
Okay.
太贵了，是吧？300太贵了。阿拉从机场过来只有700块，你要300块来。机场不是哪几公里吗？That's too expensive.
Oh, มันค่าฟิตเจม
You know.
One day.
250. Finally, we decided to experience a Tuk Tuk ride in Bangkok. Remember to bargain. Most people here can speak basic Chinese to cater to Chinese tourists, as many Chinese visitors don't speak English. Very helpful to Chinese visitors, to be honest. So, this is the end of the first day in Bangkok. We were exhausted because in Bangkok it's really hot and humid. It's like approximately 37 degrees outside. We went out after rest. We went out like at 6 p.m. but it was still pretty hot. And we tried some so-called authentic Thai food, right? It was really spicy or something. Like, if you are not okay with the strong spicy flavors or your stomach is weak or something, then you have to be careful about what you are ordering. And so, yeah, and then we went to Chinatown. Chinatown is kind of like I don't know, because I think the whole Bangkok city is somewhat like stinky, right? You smell the sewage smell. It's kind of like some kind of like ammonia smell. Yeah, it's everywhere. It doesn't matter where you go, you can smell it. I think the main street of Chinatown isn't a pedestrian, so it still allows the traffic. But on the sidewalk, they set up this like vendors and set up a tent and try to sell you some kind of like a local seafood, fried lobster or whatever it is. That's the first day impression of the Bangkok city. I mean, it is interesting. I mean, if you are not really exhausted, you are pumped out with energy, then yeah, it's annoying. Like the bikes or the tricycles and the scooters all around you are just making noise. So be prepared. Anyway, we took a tricycle, right? It can fit 4 people, 4 adults. I was squeezed on the tricycle. It was crazy. The guy was just I don't know, crazy rider or whatever. So yeah, that's the first day adventure in Bangkok, and let's looking forward to the next day.